Welcome to another episode of Just a Dope Conversation, man. I'm Frankie Hustle, here with my guy, International Chris, d.coopa. We got a very special guest in the house today, man. We got Trill, man, from Trill Grills in the building. So,
that's good.
What's up, fellas? How we feeling?
Oh, man. Appreciate it, man. Y'all invited me.
Oh, man. We had to, man. We a real entrepreneur, man. Really been doing this for a minute. So,
yes, sir.
We wanted to make sure that we getting the representation of a guy that's serious about his entrepreneurship and his jewelry game.
No doubt.
You really been getting. I've been seeing the city going ham. I think you done grilled up everybody in the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Waiting on y'all kids now.
Oh, man.
You know
I ain't bringing my kids to you. They every week.
They gonna bug you every
They
week.
gonna have.
hey, if you don't bring them, they gonna come on their own.
Exactly. Everybody. You already know.
See you later, bro. So what we smoking on today, man?
And today we got this Monte Cristo.
Nice, man.
It's
They
smooth.
better than the
It
last
ain't
one.
peppery as the last joint we had from Nicaragua.
The last one is not
Last
good at all.
one.
Oh my god, that had me coughing for like the rest of the night.
I don't like them.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't like cigars as is, but yeah, they want it better.
Nah, these are pretty good though.
Yeah, this is super smooth.
Let me see a little
Yeah, for real.
It's definitely, I feel real exclusive with this one though, because it ain't hitting the chest too hard. It's definitely real mellow, flavorful.
It's shaped different too.
It is too. It's kind of a thinner version.
Yeah, it's real player, man. I like it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man.
So how long you been in business, man?
I've been doing this for probably about going on 14 years almost. I think I started in like 06.
You started out here, Washington?
Yeah. I mean, I always just been a big fan of jewelry and stuff like that. Like, I probably had my first grill when I was like 14, you know. I used to live out in Maryland, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like big, you know what I'm saying, Wu-Tang type of shit going on with the grills back then. But then, you know, I'm from Texas too, so that's all we doing is rocking golds, man. It's big chains and diamonds, and it's just lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, what am I gonna do with my life?
Right.
Where you
Do
based
something
at?
you love, you know what I'm
You
saying?
got a store where you based that out?
Yeah, I'm at with a Lakewood B&I.
Lakewood B&I?
South Tacoma Wa. Yeah.
What in there?
Historic.
Yeah.
Historic spot. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty nice.
It's been around for decades.
Yeah. Been there several times. Yeah. That's some nice stuff in here. So
Tell
what
us
is this?
about a little bit of your pieces, bro. What's up with it?
So, man, these is, you know, we got the cross and stuff, you know. We got the little square piece, like a kind of like a dog tag, man, with the figure rope. You go rose gold rope right here. This is my piece right here. So we do custom work too, so you can get anything you want done pretty much, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, design logos or whatever, you know, or something that you just want to come up with to be done. This piece, this ring right here is like real, you know, it's real popular right now.
Man, let me try that on with a
Yeah,
cigar.
man.
If you don't mind, you know what I'm saying? If you don't mind.
So being, you know what I'm saying, we don't see too many melanated, you know, jewelry businessmen out
Right.
here. How did you get in the game? How did that happen? Like what?
So really, like I said, it was just out of really like love and passion for jewelry. Like even when I was young, like 10 years old, you know what I'm saying, I had like 3-4 chains on, you know what I'm saying. I really was big on like costume jewelry. I always wanted to get some real authentic pieces of jewelry. So you know that, and then actually one of my partners, he used to sell grills, so he kind of like put me on with him, and then it's just kind of like snowballed effect, and then I just started meeting different connects and stuff like that. So you know, it's similar to like everything else, you know what I'm saying, any other businesses, you know, like I don't care if you selling washing machines, you know, you gonna see who got the best one, and just go out and venture off and meet people, and you know.
So I think even in the cities, man, I think a lot of people thought jewelry was a fad, like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So now I really think, and it's all ages that's doing it. It's not it's not a hip hop thing.
I think it's here to stay, man. For a second, I thought it was like a fad myself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, jewelry always gonna be around, but like particularly like the grills, you know, I was like, all right, you know. But like I said, you know, eventually, like, I done had people that remember my last store from over 10 years ago. You know, they was kids at the time. Now they coming. So it's like, you know, it don't stop. You know, I don't watch music videos as much as I used to, but still, you watch music videos, they grilled up, you know. So I don't think it's going nowhere, man. It's part of the culture, you know what I'm saying?
So as being in business for over 10 years, what do you think the hardest thing that you had to overcome in the business?
Man, the hardest thing is, man, I'm still going through it too. It's like, you know, I think mostly it's like the, you know, your name. You know what I'm saying? Just, I think if you thinking about getting into business, man, you gotta cross your T's and dot your I's, man, all the way around, so you can go to that bank and get that money. You know what I'm saying? Like I always was. You know, I've been around some high class people, and you know, that's what it is. It's like, you know, people done told me like, you don't use your money for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You use other people's money. You know, so other than that, which is not the case for me, but you know, we getting there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main goal, is to get, you know, a couple $100,000 from a bank or something, and then just flip the script. But as far as that, I just had to grind, man. You know, it took a long time.
But I see that you not a. I mean, I know you have a store in Tacoma, Lakewood, but every time I see you on the flight, man, I mean, is that really part of the jewelry industry? Definitely, man. You know, and man, you know, we talking about. I started this when it was like MySpace was around, so it's like now it's like
MySpace.
IG, yeah, man.
That was years ago.
Yeah, IG, Facebook, and all that. You know, now you can just broaden your horizons, and you know. So sometimes I'm going and making new connects, or other times I'm just going out there and getting some money from some customers or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I just like to travel.
So what's the average rate for a grill, and what is the difference? You know what I'm saying? Everybody always say VVS's or.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, that's with the music. So a lot of people, you know, I mean, obviously they rappers, they get into some paper, so to speak. Yeah. But you be surprised, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them rappers, man, they ain't really getting no money. They ain't really getting no money like that, and they don't really be having no real shit on either. Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
I thought it would be like rented or something.
I mean, yeah, you got cases of that too, where you know you'll hear about some jewelers coming out the woodworks like, look, you owe me $100,000. What's up? My paper. You know what I'm saying? Right. And
I just wear that.
But I mean, as far as like the grills go, man, I mean, it can start off at like, you know, my typical thing is like, you know, the 6-piece, 300, 10 carat. Nice. You know what I'm saying? And then we can go all the way up to 22 karat on that. And but then as far as like the diamonds go, you know, you got your different clarities. So you got SI1s, and then, you know, VS, VVS's, and stuff like that. So, you know, just, and then you got the internally flawless, which I'm still trying to figure that out too, because I don't know where all these internally flawless whatever.
Is somebody making it? Is it something else that just threw in the game?
Yeah, I mean, and it's deep, like you were saying. It's like, man, it's hard to be a black jeweler too, because it's already like a Jewish, or you know, you know,
exactly. I thought
Middle
they had
Eastern
it locked
and
up.
stuff
I thought
like that. Yeah, no, it is, man. And then like when I do go to these places, I usually be the only black person when I go,
and
like make
serious
connects and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, there might be a few other ones, but you know, they might just be working for a company, and then you know, or they might have their own, but very seldom they probably just working for somebody else. They ain't like independent and like that. So
congratulations.
So what's the next? How does Trill Grills elevate from in 2019?
Man, 2019, man. So I pretty much feel like I did my little 2-year promo, man. You know, I try to touch all. You know, I don't want to be that average jeweler dude where, you know what I'm saying, because most of them people, man, you know, shout out to all the other races and all that, but you know, I just want to be more in tune with everybody that I do deal with that spend money with me and all that. So you know, you might catch me out. I'll be out and about. I'm active, but as far as probably just, you know, you're probably gonna see less of me, but you know, pull up, you know, and just take it there, man. I'm really just trying to get it to where it's like I'm a tailored jeweler, you know what I'm saying, like somebody who was to have a stylist or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Because you see a lot of people with the same type of jewelry,
so that means they can use your service. So you say artists, you know, artists. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like jewelry is an extension of anything else in music videos. Yeah. Cars, women, jewelry, accessories.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like it's a good investment too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
I know so many people that, like, you know, everybody has ups and downs in life, so. You know, it just depends what type of person you is, if you attach to things like that, but, you know,
There's a
You go
value
pawn
to
it,
go
you
down?
sell it. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
get you some money. You don't really lose too much value. I mean, let's just say you get something for $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna lose. You gonna at least get 500 minimum. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
You know
good.
what I mean?
That's not
So,
So you can treat the jewelry like a CD for real.
yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, you know, people talk to you financial guys and like, oh yeah, get a CD and all this other. Man, they ain't really gaining no money on those things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
true.
so at least you know for a fact, like, man, I got $500 in the bank.
Yeah,
and it's something that's gonna make you feel good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I feel like it is a good investment.
And then with all my customers, I tell them straight up, like, you know, make sure you got everything, you know, in order. Like, if you're gonna spend money on that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want nobody to break their pockets trying to be flashy or nothing.
You see a lot of kids doing that, like going around trying to buy extra money, spend extra jewelry.
Yeah. But I mean, I used to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
As long as you don't,
That's part of it.
advantage of it.
but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I probably spent like my first like ring I bought was probably like $3,000. I was probably like 21. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of outrageous to some people too. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to trip on that.
But it gave you that feeling that
But
you
yeah,
was
you know
fresh
what I'm
with
saying?
your
Like,
ring.
yeah, you know.
I didn't see you.
Feel
with,
good.
I didn't see you with some big pieces, man. What's the most expensive piece you own in the inventory right now?
Man, most expensive is probably probably about like 15 bands or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was your most expensive piece your favorite piece?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And it is so.
Yeah.
Buyer's remorse there.
I just couldn't even imagine having on something that expensive on like that.
Yeah, and see, a lot of people be,
Like,
a lot of people do come
I'm
in
trying
and
to
like,
like compute these prices, and I'm like, damn, could I actually wear
So
that and not
that's
be
a
like,
card.
So
Shit,
they
right.
do they really be capping? Oh, I
Yeah.
got this $100,000 piece.
nah, yeah, they cap.
yeah, they super,
Yeah.
they super
I
capping.
mean, it is, no, don't get me wrong. There's some cats out here with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a
For sure.
joint the other day. Mayweather said he had a $2 million watch. He had spread it out, all his watches on the bed.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
like,
the
bro,
40
$2
days.
million. Yeah, I was like,
When he was going on
Yeah.
vacation over
Hey,
there.
Floyd is
Yeah, he a billionaire.
he
though.
big cap, but
Right, he big
other
cap.
type of cap. You know,
Right.
really
what's
got
the point though?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, what's the point of having $2 million?
Man, it's
It's
just the love of it. You know what I'm saying?
and it's investment too, though. Like he said, diamonds ain't really gonna depreciate. So
Yeah, but he filthy rich.
Right, you know what I'm
He
saying?
don't give him a dang good. That's just
that's
gonna go to
$200.
somebody else, you
$2
know
million,
what I'm saying?
$20 for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, but definitely that one. And you know who made that? Jacob.
Jacob.
Remember Jacob?
So he's
Yeah,
still
remember
around.
Jacob?
Yeah,
Where
he's
Jacob?
still around.
Oh, nah, he went to
Is
jail.
Jacob still locked
Fucking
up?
with-
Where's
what's
he
his
at?
name?
Right, Big Mitch.
Nah, he got out, but he low key as hell now.
Yeah, people forgot about that. He was really, he was really
went to
laundering a
jail
lot of money for Meech.
For Big Meech, yeah,
BMF,
BMF.
right?
So yeah, now he, I don't know where he at though. I think he like in
he was
England or some
everywhere.
shit like that,
Jacob the
Japan
Jew,
or
right?
something.
Oh,
I don't
you
know if
said-
he in New York no more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he making some cold ass shit right now. Like you said, $2 million watches and shit. Like you can't even.
I didn't even know. That's crazy. I didn't know that Jacob made that.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was still around. You know,
I ain't
Oh, I
heard
knew.
nothing about it.
I didn't know if he was still locked up or not. But
Yeah, he just like playing the background. You know what I'm saying?
right. He's still getting his money.
And see, and that's another thing with that jury shit too. It's like, you know, you be surprised, man. It's crazy. It's like I kind of want to like say it's kind of like the dope game a
Right,
little bit. You know what I
right.
mean?
And
As far as everything just
So for me,
is
man,
ran. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
I think the mentality. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of things is like the dope game.
Yeah.
The government.
Oh yeah,
the
for sure.
music industry.
It's all the blueprint.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
So it's just a serious hustle, and everything got to just be to work. Got to be organized. So I mean, and that's the mentality. You know, when people like, man, why you name your site DigitalDopeboyz? Like, this
What it is.
this is dope.
Yeah.
This is what it's about.
That's what. Hey, I know people that don't even have cable. None of that. That's, all they do is watch YouTube all
Right.
day. They got
You
money.
be teaching people.
They
stuff,
got
man.
money, but they
Right.
just like that's all they watch every day. You know
Every
what I'm saying?
day.
They tune in, they tap in on the YouTube. Like I recently just started getting on that. Like you know, I catch myself
Yeah, we-
watching YouTube.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
definitely gonna lock in, man, and you know, like I said, I've been dealing with you, and I always wanted to make sure that we want to highlight entrepreneurs, man, and just
Yeah.
our people.
It's very
because
important.
There's a lot of people out here doing it. It's just like the resources, and you know, we need to make sure that we sharing those resources with each other. because that's what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
no doubt. You know, and then another thing I want to say is like, man, everybody ain't gotta do the same thing.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
I'm definitely flattered and all that. You know, but you know, we need some doctors, we need some dentists. You know, I'm not knocking nobody,
Right.
telling nobody,
Absolutely.
hey, you don't open no jewelry store. Don't.
Right.
I'm here to motivate other people, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? But we do need other things. Everybody don't need to be rapping and
Right.
just do everything.
And
We need
I
lawyers.
just think that's the
And
internet,
then-
and I think that's TV.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
this instant thing is really crazy right now. Like, it ain't a lot of people that don't make it. So I mean, you
Right.
know, at the end of the day, like, we have to start going back to the basis of stuff that's necessities. Like, a doctor is necessary.
Right.
A fireman is necessary.
Things like that, dentists.
You know what I'm saying? So,
need
If I can go to
Judge.
you
God.
for something and then I go to your restaurant and then
Right.
you cutting hair, like, you know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
y'all come to me when y'all get married or just want something nice or,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
So,
we
and
all
that
recycle our
barter,
money.
yeah.
and then
each
we all
other.
standing, we on the same
We
block,
don't do
we
nothing but
all
go up.
doing the same thing.
know?
It's like, all right, bro.
Spend your
like,
money with each other.
Yeah.
Things work
You
out.
doing the videos, take pictures, weddings, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So I,
Everybody got somebody they can go to. You know what I'm
and that's
saying?
the
We can
thing.
provide
Is,
jobs for
you know,
other
people
and all
feel
that.
like you gotta. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too.
And
Don't,
that's
don't
number
be
one.
on another man's passion, because I mean,
That's
it's cool.
number
Well, they be
one.
blocking their passion. They don't even know what their passion
Right.
is. They too busy.
Yeah, because I
trying to
mean, a
follow
lot of
other
the times,
people.
like for instance, I was at a restaurant. I just got back from Texas, and I guess they was taking pictures for their like website or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, man, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked too easy. You getting paid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But then my dog, he like, you don't know if that's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going in all.
Right, right,
You know, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, motherfucker, probably looking at you like that, like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? You know, if you love it, you gonna make it look easy to other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So then, like you said, then they wanna get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
That's
it's definitely a
inspiring.
motivation. It's an inspiring thing, but you know, just know what you want to do though. Like, be serious about it,
Follow
because
who
then
you
after
are.
that, what we doing, we throwing salt on the game. You know what I'm saying? Is what I usually say. Like, you know, you just let be great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you gonna do? So.
Got some good food coming in.
Oh yeah. You already know. We ain't gonna.
Every time.
Oh,
That good chicken
you
over
know,
there.
you know what I do on purpose. I bring meat on purpose. I like the Temptations for the non-meat eaters.
Ever since the last episode, this man has been messing with me about
I ain't messing with you. I'm just
This
saying.
is what he does. This is what he does, right?
Welcome to it.
See,
That's-
d.coopa is a vegan.
You're right.
I'm not. I just went vegetarian. I'm on day 14, and I gotta tell you, the struggle is real.
No, but
You on a day 30? Where you
sure.
going?
look at
30,
these
40,
wings
45?
though.
I'm gonna cancel that on Super Bowl.
Super
I just
Bowl?
feel weird.
The day
not
of the
eating
Super
wings.
Bowl?
Yeah, the day of the Super Bowl. I gotta eat some
You
wings.
can't wait
Right.
till after
Nah,
the
bro.
Patriots win.
Nope.
Then you can't.
I don't even care who wins. I just want some wings on Super Bowl. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat that. I've been too long. I feel good though. Don't get me wrong.
It's gonna be
I'm
so
happy.
good.
Right.
I'm glad
Oh,
you
my
went to
God.
that little detox. You got what you wanted to get. You got it out. You got it out.
Yeah.
And
I saw
that's
a
what I'm saying, bro. It
That's how
ain't,
I
it ain't
look at it.
always about doing it forever. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's cool to
It's
do that.
take that. It's good to
You
take
know what
that
I'm
break.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? I take a break. I ain't never made 14 days. I might have made 6, 7. You know what I'm saying?
Made it, though.
Yeah, I did like 10 days no meat.
You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, I was throwing butter on everything.
I mean, I just didn't know what to cook. After
I
a
was,
while,
yeah, that's what it was.
I was like,
running
all
out
the
of things.
veggies was gone in the crib, so I'm like, damn, what are we gonna do now?
I mean, I'm big on salad though. I can eat salad.
I can
every
eat
day.
salad. Salad's not a problem, but it was only so many times.
But not
you
3
don't have
times a
bell
day,
peppers.
though.
He said
you don't
3
have
for every meal.
mushrooms. Like, it was just weird, man. So I'm like, okay, I don't even like eating fried food as much.
It takes a while.
Just now, boy. Ooh.
It's different.
So what we got on the deck today, man? But the topics, man. I know y'all had some. Y'all sent me
Man.
some crazy
Let d.coopa ride on
Yo.
that for me. Let him go.
El Chapo.
El Chapo.
Man,
Chapo.
not just El Chapo, his mistress. I mean, we all knew he had a mistress.
Come on, man.
But his
We
main mistress.
Probably his like fifth one or something like
she
that.
started
You talking
telling
about
him.
his wife?
She started
Nah,
telling him.
that's his mistress.
She started telling him.
Where the wife at?
His wife was
Wife
the
was
one.
there.
His
I
wife
heard-
was
Oh no,
the
the
one
wife
who
is
was
holding it
The
down.
wife
Yeah,
is
she was
holding
like,
it down,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the mistress started yelling. She in court yelling. The wife is over there, you know. She
Boy, when they
mad,
give you football numbers, bro, you gon' she like, boy, ain't
Nah, the wife is holding it down. I just
got
seen her on
lottery
something
numbers,
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because she was like, I never was aware that he was a criminal ever. That's
Yeah.
what the wife
That's what she
said.
supposed
Well, he was
to
the
say.
president, right? Wasn't he president of Mexico?
Nah, he wasn't president.
No, he wasn't.
But he was
Near
damn near
president.
was.
He had everybody.
He was pretty much
was
Escobar.
president.
Yeah.
I think he got caught up like trying to take his wife out or something crazy like that.
Nah, he got caught up. They got a TV show series on Netflix. So he escaped so many times. It was just to the point where they was like,
I know, but he had came out because he was hiding. Because I seen the same thing you said.
Yeah, right. He came out.
I think he went and took his wife like shopping or something like that, and they seen his ass.
Man, the Mistress Sanchez said the first time that he got booked, what was in February 2014, they lifted up the toilet or whatever somewhere in the bathroom. He jumped down and it was like an alley.
It was
in there for days.
But that's the thing though, like, what's the point of building these walls, bro? They build tunnels, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they already had planes since back in the,
So
the 80s,
I mean, right now, so he's on trial. And everybody's gonna tell. His kids probably gonna tell.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
I think his son said something.
His son was already
told him.
Son, like, look, bro, I can't.
Everybody looking at lottery numbers.
I can't do 100 years. I can't do 100 years, pops.
You probably don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? They
might not even really don't know
all kind of shit. It's just like what's his name, like Pablo. You know? Remember when he tried to send his wife and them to Germany? And
it's
like, hell no.
It's dangerous. It is a dangerous life. But to see her yelling, his mistress yelling, and talking about it over the phone like that, it's crazy.
Man,
it is what it is, though.
No fans on you, bro. It's a different story.
Yeah, and them two dudes that was in Chicago, them two Mexican cats too, man. You know, they the ones that really solidified the whole little case because they had them on phone.
You know, phone wires.
People still ain't learned. The phone is always gonna be for right. Tap.
They always gonna do that.
Sign language or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even worse now. Like, you know, I mean, shout out to the youngins, but man, you know. Can't put everything out there.
They obviously never watched The Wire.
Right.
It was the blueprint of what not to do and what you should do. Pay attention.
So now it's so much about fame and all this other stuff.
It's not, and that's the thing, bro. It's like everybody capping. They ain't even selling nothing. They just, you know what I'm saying?
My OGs is always like, why you gonna show another man, what you working with? You know what I'm saying? Like, now they know how to move on you. You did, so
I mean, El Chapo. So what else you got, man? We got El Chapo. She telling.
Man. El Chapo's enemy went ahead and released the borders or released the shutdown.
Yeah.
Trump.
I said El Chapo was at Trump Towers, man, New York, man. He been chilling.
Right.
This whole time.
I heard something like he was about to shut down the border or something. Like, you can't do no shit like that, man.
Because people come over, and actually come from Mexico to the U.S. and work. There's plenty of people like in El Paso. They live in Mexico but work in El Paso. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna stop that.
I mean, this is the thing what we can't say about Trump. You don't know what he can and cannot do, bro.
He's a boss himself.
Yeah, he's a code.
He doing whatever he feel like. He doing whatever he feel like.
I just think he being extra right now.
So after, go ahead, man. We know the politics is your area.
Right. I mean, we can all talk about it, right? But he turned it back on for 3 weeks.
He turned it back on.
What
you mean?
He turned it back on. You could get 3 weeks worth of pay. After that, if I don't got my wall, it goes back off.
But it's back pay though, right?
It may be back pay, but 3 weeks of pay, and then you're gonna be broke again.
I think they all gonna get their money. Like,
come on, man. They was losing $200 million.
Because if not, they would have been stepped. I think
800,000.
I mean, so what's the reasoning for opening only for 3 weeks though?
I don't know, but he was better off saying, "Look, everybody get triple overtime if you build my wall."
I feel like
he can't do that, bro.
I'm gonna
tell you why the wall didn't work. Because what you promised people was, I'm gonna build this wall and Mexico gonna pay for it. This is the United States.
It's so major. My 16-year-old son be talking about this shit. He came to me the other day talking about they gonna pay folks like $80-$90 an hour to go build the wall.
How? You ain't got the money to do that.
I'm like,
it's cool to say that.
Where did you hear this from?
He finessed everybody into letting him vote and getting him voted to say.
And even when Trump became president, my son was probably he only been 2 years, so he was like 8. They was in school talking about this shit in 4th grade.
Right.
I never did nothing like that.
What you don't realize is though, when he shut down the government, you cutting off people's food stamps, you cutting off people's travel needs like the TSA and all that. So now our security is threatened in so many ways.
No, our security. Really, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Trump is the real terrorist. At the end of the day, the security is once you shut down the government, that means the feds ain't working.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now is everything that's going on in our regular neighborhoods,
there's probably so much crime happening.
You know what I'm saying?
So is that why he declared
I feel like he shut down the government because he knew the feds couldn't work on his case.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
No, it's a lot of shit going on, man.
You feel me? Like they own Trump, bro, and I'm like, bro, so you not paying them? Not going?
You gotta think like everybody's just be like stepping down, and you know what I'm saying? I'm resigning, like yo.
All his partners is getting the feds running up in their spots. Like, bro, I mean, you got to think about this, bro. You got friends that's 100 millionaires. They don't want to go to jail, bro. They've been enjoying their life.
If they were smart, they would have got out of the country, bro. I know I would.
He need to get El Chapo.
No, it ain't about getting out the country.
Already did that.
One of his partners is like, look, I ain't going to jail for you, bro. They just gonna talk. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's only gonna last for so long.
What you mean?
He gonna talk, and that's gonna be the end of that, and then they gonna move. He gonna come up with some different type of distraction. It just be like
Trump.
Yeah.
I think he really buried himself though. When you now the people that's looking after you now you not paying them. Oh yeah, they own you now for real. You can't play with people's money.
You see it like that in every mafia movie, man. Once the money stop coming, they start coming for you.
Right. That's
money
facts.
keep it going. That's the
money
keep it going.
And hunger.
Right. And now you're not feeding people, and I can't eat, and I can't get no money.
They actually got what you call it, the food banks popping up on the TSA workers at work, giving them food. So
that's crazy. They ain't about being. No, they're not being funny, bro. They can't eat.
So the TSA.
Yep, they got AIDS for them, man.
You got to think like a lot of people don't save their money at all.
A lot of people check the check.
Yeah, they
federal workers.
Yeah, even them.
Right.
People who get big money. Like I know people like we should say for instance, man, $4,000 a month is a good proportion for you not have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're just getting $4,000 a month.
Right.
Just disability or a vet or whatever you are.
Money,
you know. But a lot of them they got habits and shit. So it's like, at the end of the month.
Food bank popping up on
they running it up.
We live in Washington State, bro. I know a lot of people right now is paying $1,800 rent.
Mm-hmm.
What's $4,000?
Oh no, it's bad.
Then you got cable. Then you got
I've
utilities.
been out here like 20 years.
Right.
You got grown ass people gotta have roommates and shit. You know
Straight
what I mean? Like, if you ain't got no wife or a girl or something that you staying with.
Some of these roommates want to be roommates.
Right. No, some people don't.
Yeah, they ain't got no hustle about them in the first place. But even the ones that going to work and have a decent job still gotta have. You know what I'm saying?
It's expensive.
It's expensive. Like even some shit that I probably paid $750 for is like $1,100 now. You know, I wouldn't even live there. That
easy.
You know, I've been there, done that, but. I'm not gonna live in that area no more. But yo, even that shit is $1,100. Like yo, you living in some shit.
One bedroom right now.
Motherfucker get stabbed outside your door. You paying $1,100 a month? This is crazy.
One bedroom, $1,100 right now.
There's some out there that still for like 7, 8, but they in the worst.
You gotta
be exactly. And then you gotta think about the average woman is having a baby by 21 for sure. So you probably ain't even made it through college yet if you even went to college, and now you got a baby. So a lot of things is falling into place to where like a lot of people got to do things that they don't want to do.
That falls down when people start paying attention, stop following these trends. People need to
that's been happening, bro. Like my parents, my family had kids 16, so that's not nothing.
But you can't, you can't take care of your kids at 16. You shouldn't be doing it. Like you shouldn't do it just because it happened before. Don't mean you're supposed to.
We're in a new world now, though.
You got to be more responsible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Try to finish school. Try to get a trade. Try to do something so where when you have a child, you can take care of it.
Well, everything been a trick, man, about this college, and everybody should go get a trade, man.
Yeah.
That's a debt collector.
Yeah, I think you should try to learn as much as you can. You know what I'm saying?
But then they make it so expensive for you to even get a trade.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying? You got to pay student loans and get all that stuff.
That too.
You're not just going to slide into another job like that no more.
Right.
It used to be I could quit Walmart and go to Target.
Right.
I could quit Target, go to Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? I've seen so many of my homeboys who work like 5 jobs within the mall. Yeah. You ain't going to see that no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to see that. It's going to be a struggle.
It's facts.
So, it's just been a lot of. I mean, the internet has changed a lot of things, bro. Like, you know, you can't even go fill an application at a job.
Yeah, they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, just go online. Like,
we gonna call you. Right. Call me.
You know what I'm
back in the
saying?
day, you said, "Hey, did you check my application yet?"
You know what I'm saying? Let me go stay. I'm gonna come here at 7. Look like so I can show you I'm a worker.
The interviews are different too, man.
ahead.
I seen my homegirl. She had an interview on FaceTime. They FaceTimed her.
Oh yeah.
She didn't have to save gas, save time, everything, and she got the job.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she finessed him with just a shirt on.
Hey, I was about to do something like that too, cause you know I be like, I do understand there's some certain circumstances with certain folks, but man, just when people be like, I can't find a job, I'm like, bro, you don't want a job,
right?
You know what I'm saying? For real.
The jobs is out there.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get ahead.
No, it's definitely a pride. It's definitely a pride thing now.
It's not like how it used to be. Like, you know, now you could have like tattoos, dreads,
Right.
cages. You know, they run out of people to hire in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Get a job back in the day with cages.
Yeah, you're not getting no job. They ain't gonna hire you if you had dreads and all that, braids and shit. I'm not doing that. But now we like, we don't got nobody else to hire.
Right.
You gotta have, you know what I'm saying, the server looking like Lil Wayne and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I mean, now you could Uber.
Trend.
Now you could be an Uber driver, Lyft
Uber
Eats.
Uber makes money, man.
But say that's another thing. It's a good time to be alive at the same time.
Right,
You
it
do,
is. Absolutely.
You can make something happen, man, out of
You have
nothing.
4-5 jobs.
I met
Yeah,
one dude.
it's not too many places you can be you're pretty much your self boss. You know, I mean, you don't got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and like you said, people it's really making money on Uber Eats.
That's how a lot of people get their cars, man. That's the dude in my where I stay at in the townhouses. He got a brand new Camaro, but it's financed through Uber. You know what I'm saying? It's a new car.
Hey, and you know how they pay them? They give them their own like little. It's Uber debit card.
What?
Yeah, I seen this
Uber
dude.
got
I seen him doing it at the
side.
liquor store. I was like,
Y'all gonna make me some money. Y'all don't be upset if Frankie is running around here Uber driving.
man.
I'll tell you right now.
Hey,
Look,
fuck
if
with
you
Uber,
work
man.
near the airport, that's where you get the most
Yeah,
money.
you getting your paper.
So I talked to one dude. He was driving me and my wife around. He was like, "Hey, I just go to the airport on the weekends.
I be chopping it up.
Sun up, sun down. He just work."
Hey, Uber
think
drivers
about
make money,
that.
man. I be seeing a lot of my servers drive for my stores. Uber drivers, they say they quit their job just by doing it. DoorDash too. I think DoorDash pays a better percentage.
I got this close to doing it, but I was like thinking about my truck. I'm like, man, that's a VA.
I'm not too big on the Uber Eats shit,
Right.
you know.
They-
But
Man,
Yeah, the Uber Eats is wild, bro. They
yeah, I think
pull
that
up
was
their
a bad
whole
idea.
family.
I think they
I
should
feel
have like
like-
had a.
get your food lukewarm.
Right.
Yeah, I think they should have like. They should switch that shit up. Uber, pay me my
Uber
money,
Eats
motherfucker,
stocks
when y'all see
up,
this shit.
though. People really are lazy. People really
No,
sit
No,
down.
I think they should
No,
have like
I
a
do.
delivery service, but
Right.
whoever works there delivering the food. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
They
like
just
go
content
through
with the
Uber,
lifestyle.
not nobody that come pick up your food and
Right.
then
Some
bring
random.
it to you.
You know what I'm saying?
And then a lot of them ain't even they're unorganized as far as
The
they
only
go.
delivery people we ever knew of was the Chinese food man.
Yeah.
and
Really?
Pizza.
And pizza.
That was it. Who else you
I'm
knew
from Newport
deliver?
News.
Really? Yeah. I didn't
Ain't nobody
it's
ever
carry out.
Nobody delivers well.
Carry out.
You ain't get no
Especially on the
delivery.
Chinese carry out.
You ain't, they got it.
They got
a
that neon sign
plexiglass.
carry out.
Right. You got
Y'all didn't even have a pizza man in Newport?
They not delivering nothing in Newport News. You
Yeah, I
tripping?
mean,
Oh, you do some country shit.
Right.
At least the Domino's. or something.
Nobody delivering.
Domino's
They
and
robbing
Pizza have
them.
always been.
They robbing.
Yeah, that's true.
They lazy
You know what
out
I'm
here,
saying?
man. People is really sitting there.
No, I'm a Uber user, man. You know,
Yeah, it's
I might get
getting
lazy
ridiculous.
once a month and Uber Eats
Sometimes
some
you
shit.
work the gas if it's like $2 delivery.
Right.
Gas is almost $4.
I done seen some though. Some I'm like $19 delivery. I'm like $19.
Yeah, $19 minimum.
That's
or
at
something
the,
like that.
them demand hours though.
I don't care what hour it is.
You know.
It's not.
Sometimes, man, it's just beneficial to just make that call and get that food to your door. I know me, I got 3 kids. I don't be feeling like getting dressed sometimes to go all the way down the block to get a pizza. I make that call.
Straight
You know what I'm
up.
saying?
Make that call, that boss
That's
call.
it. I press one button and it's at the crib in 15 minutes. It's easy.
So what else we got on the list, man?
Oh man, we can go on forever, man. Let's get into some music though, man. I feel like we need to know a little bit more about the music game.
What's up
man.
with the? I'm interested in this Wu-Tang documentary series that's dropping.
Man, you know, I'm a
I think,
film guy. I
January
can't wait
28th
to
on
see that.
Showtime.
I can't
That's
wait to see that.
crazy.
Yeah, that's legendary good.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's what I'm into. I watch Cadillac Records and I like those type of movies.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I think people don't, when you see musicians, you don't really know what they're going through, bro. It'd be a crazy story.
Even that Ray.
You know, that Ray was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I watch a lot. I enjoy a lot of those type of documentaries and series. So I think this Wu-Tang one gonna be crazy because I mean we know of the music, but what else do we really know other than you know they was on some karate shit.
I think they're gonna they was dropping knowledge inside their music, so I can only imagine what's gonna be happening.
They was a very reserved group too.
Right.
So.
They wasn't really on this.
Except for like ODB and whatnot.
Well, they impacted the world, man.
Still.
A lot of people don't even know, like even overseas. Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah.
They crazy right now.
Folks.
Like man,
They crazy right now overseas. Right now, they show
till this day. Yeah.
Right, they go to on overseas. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I'm a huge Ghostface, Raekwon fan. That's probably like my favorite ones.
Method Man is my.
You know what I'm saying?
Batman too.
I mess with RZA. I mess with him too.
I mean, RZA is the controller, man. He makes sure everything flows. So
I respect him as a director too, man. He's done a lot of movies.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't even know about that.
I know. I was like, I've been to movies.
He's been doing this thing with that for a minute.
With it.
Since he hooked up with Quentin Tarantino, man, you know, he got schooled on him. Yeah, he was on him.
yeah, I mean, but that's kind of like a Wu-Tang kind of feel though with the Tarantino type film.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This is like new Quincy Jones.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be a dope series. What else going
They
on?
had Killer Mike. Don't forget, he just dropped his trigger warning joint too.
Right,
That's a very
check that out on
impactful
Netflix.
Yeah, I heard about
I heard about
that.
that.
documentary.
I heard about
Yeah,
that.
he wildin' though.
You got a lot of bosses.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me something about it.
I liked it because it made you think outside the box.
Absolutely.
I guess he had like the two little white kids in there. He was like, he had the other kids in there, and they was acting like
he was schooling them
he was
properly.
Like, he was like, you using your white privilege or whatnot, you know.
Oh yeah, he is serious about what he's talking about.
He was answering the
That's
questions that he was
ally.
asking them.
Right.
Yeah,
He's definitely very knowledgeable in.
But even in his raps, he's always been deep.
Yeah, he's always been that guy.
He's just been deep with it, man. That's why I've always been a fan of him because he's always spitting substance that make you think. You know, what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, man,
that's why I say it's
right.
good that he's stepping up. Good that he's speaking
Black
up like
banks
that.
and all that. Yeah, he's a big.
He actually in the show he actually it's called New Africa. He bought how many? I don't know how many acres.
He was like, it's New Africa.
I like how he united the gang members and made them hustle outside and was like, create your own craft. They made a soda.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Crip
You
Cola,
had Blood Pop and Crip Cola. You know what I'm saying? And people couldn't understand it. They didn't want to buy it because they like gang members on this. Why would I want to buy it? But once he actually brought them in and seen what they was about and how they doing it to take care of their communities, it turned on a whole nother different light. And they were just like, man, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, but you know,
thought.
we come from when people put names on groups, man, and they don't really know how the organizations are ran. And they feel some type of way, and they don't like you being organized.
All this stuff is a gang, though. You know what I'm saying? If
Coca-Cola is a big gang.
It's a gang. You know what I
Everything
mean?
is a gang. Yeah, it don't depend how your gang acts.
Like I tell a lot of people all the time, like, man, you gotta really look at some of these companies and see who's invested in that company, and you know what I'm saying, who might even really own it. You know what I'm saying? It might not. They just might own the name, and you don't know that. You know what I mean? You don't know that's Frankie's spot, and it could be called Sam's. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit.
Exactly.
You know, he got his investments in it. I got investments in it. You know, you'll never know unless you just look into that.
Yeah, you in
so
the
I think
know.
a lot of us like just need to start doing things like that, like investing in
Because
something.
and that's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people don't realize like some people not gonna mess with you on this because of the surface. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do those type of things. You know, we have great ideas, man.
Man, wonderful. We got the best ideas.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Bring them
know
to the
what it
light
is.
is a
And
problem.
they don't want us to know what it is.
Exactly.
We already
man.
know. You know
and
what I'm
again,
saying?
it's like establishing all that early footwork, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you dotting your I's, crossing your T's, get this money for these people, because that's how they started. I was reading something about, y'all remember, what was them drinks called? Four Loko? I was reading some shit on that shit. I was getting my oil changed. Man, them boys didn't start with nothing.
Right.
They didn't have nothing.
Yeah, but
They got like a couple investors, and then the shit went crazy. I never drank the shit ever.
Let's make our own soda. Let's
But-
make our own wine.
But you know, it was,
already know.
you know, the target market was
You know why
people who
it
don't
was.
got that much money, college kids,
Right.
and they ate it up, and then they got banned, and they couldn't sell them no more, and then they said like cats from Japan and whatnot, That shit was like a major. He made so much money. They was damn near broke, and then Japan caught the wave, and they was shipping crates and crates and crates and crates of that shit over there.
But it's like
and made
6
so
cups
much
of
money.
coffee and
Yeah,
it's Red Bull. It's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, you amped up.
That even get
Because
through that.
what happened was, was that Central Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
when
like
it fell down,
45
yeah.
people, bro. They kept coming in like, what? Everybody's getting the roof
Yeah.
fee, but they wasn't doing that, bro. They
That shit was
did it
just
for
too
a loco. For a loco.
I had one
I was
time,
past
man.
my
Right.
no stages
I'm not.
by that time.
I was done with all the more
It
liquors
just
and
made
all
me
the.
feel just off.
Yeah, I was done with all the more
Weird.
liquors.
Like, you drink one of those, yeah, you
It's over.
Yeah, exactly.
For
you
a
doing shit you
loco.
don't even want to be doing.
But yeah, man, I feel like we just, I mean, for me personally, man, I really been on the mindset of we need to come up with a investor group. You know what I'm saying? And we just need to really figure it
It's
out.
just like church, man. You pay tithes, man.
Right.
Or the government.
Memberships,
The government do.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, I think it's probably big, and it's going on a lot. It's going on a lot. I think in the South, and I think in California it's going on a lot because it's people that's really showing them that it works.
Hey,
So,
Detroit, man, them boys out there doing
Detroit's
their thing right
is
now
crazy.
too, man.
I
Especially as
love
far as like
Detroit.
music, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I love
think
Detroit,
the boys coming
man.
together, man, and they really like. I think they about to have 2019. 20,
Oh yeah,
as far as the platform going, man. 'cause-
and
I've been hearing a lot about Detroit, especially
yeah,
real estate.
it's
out there.
going
The
down.
real estate
Yeah,
is
I'm
crazy.
about to go buy a house out there.
Yeah,
my
I'm
damn
thinking about
self,
that
like,
too because
you know,
it's
it's like right now, this time now.
right.
Like, you know,
And then they was even talking about
I know
Chicago.
somebody that bought a house for
Chicago.
like $1,800 or
Right.
some shit. It's
$1,800?
like $60,000 down.
Yeah,
I take
bro.
3. Like, it's
Yeah.
easy. Man.
Like,
But
yeah,
I mean,
and you got that type of money laying around,
but
like,
that's
you
the
know what I'm
thing
saying?
too. What's
That's
going on
crazy.
in Chicago is just like, and the bad part about it is like, for us, like, yeah, you see, we running around because we know people everywhere, and the people that's there just don't get it yet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts.
And it's
you
like,
gotta help them.
I mean, I did that. You can say it's helping, but
It's not bad they want it, to be honest.
it ain't. I think they just don't know. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Chicago
It's
is
just not nothing they like interested in.
Right.
You gotta make them interested.
Sometimes they ain't even
you know?
got time to be. It's a war field out there when you're that
No,
broke.
yeah,
and poverty.
definitely.
So I don't even feel like they have the
Sounds like
opportunity
it.
to do something.
war.
So, man, we just got to get together. It can't be crabs in the pot for us. You know what I'm saying? 2020 got to be for us too. Got to follow suit.
So-
Yeah, I've been to Chicago a few times, man. It's crazy out there, man.
They don't
I
have-
live in Maryland. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Maryland is
Right.
crazy. You got 450 murders a year, and it's a small ass state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we really talking about like just in Baltimore, really.
Baltimore,
like 400
man.
people dying.
I got some
We
family
got
in
way more
Baltimore.
population out here
Damn,
than
dude, crazy.
in Baltimore, and just imagine if 450 people died every year, and from Tacoma to Seattle. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
So what else, man? What else going on in music? Saturday Night Live, Meek Mills.
Meek Mills,
He's running his
Jay-Z.
thing up right now. You know
They
what I'm
doing the
saying?
reform shit. That
I'm
shit's
so proud of
important.
that dude, man. He got out and just hit the
moving.
floor running, man.
Yeah, he figured it
He's
out.
doing that reform joint
Right.
with Jay-Z and
Yeah.
all that. That's powerful. That's huge.
definitely
I respect him a lot for that.
very important.
I like Meek. Meek is moving. He's nice.
And it sometimes it take these downfalls to understand what your platform is
Always.
and what are you there for your platform. How do you use it? You know what I mean? So
You gotta fall to get better.
I think he's really. I think he's changing the game up too, as far as the music, the message, and the music is
And
changing.
he's putting a lot of people on too, man. He's putting
Yeah,
a
the
lot of people
champions
on.
is good.
You know what I'm
Making them think why they doing it. It's just
Well, the people that's
huge,
watching him,
bro.
his followers and everything,
Right.
they all gonna start following suit, doing what he do, uplifting.
He's a huge influence, and there's a lot of artists that's doing that. I understand we saw Meek Mill get in the trouble part, but Chance the Rappers and
Been doing it.
you know what I'm saying. Snoop been doing it. You know what I'm saying. So
Snoop, the game, everybody, man.
Q, been doing it.
you know what I'm saying. I mean, so
Master
I
P.
think that's just part. I think it's
Yeah.
turning a little bit. Trump helping us come together a little
Yeah,
bit. You
yeah.
feel me? I feel like
I will agree with that.
Yeah, he
I
is.
feel like the black community is getting a lot
Yeah.
more unified.
you know,
It's seeing
and,
things a
and,
lot
and I
different.
think even with the shutdown,
Right.
it's starting to really think people to say, man, why am I buying this for real? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you, if your money slow up, it's gonna be like, you know what? I ain't never even really need that. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You really gotta, you gotta prioritize. That's very important nowadays
Yeah, definitely.
because in the next 20 years, shit ain't gonna do nothing but get faster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is ridiculous right now. Like,
different speed right
tired,
there.
Dog. I'll be tired from
You miss
social
2 days.
media.
Right.
Just like you gotta be on this shit all day, every day.
I can never get used to the social media.
Right,
stuff,
it's just
man.
crazy.
You
It's
got
like,
you gotta
4 or
have a whole
5
team.
platforms. You know, my son, he like, you ain't on TikTok. I'm like, no, where's
Team's
that?
I just found out about that, and I was like, what is
that's
this?
so it's a platform. It's,
Oh, no,
I don't know.
Another
It's too
one?
many, right?
He said another.
I got
I'm
so
just
many
got to
apps.
13,000 on Snap. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Like, I'm behind. I'm behind on Facebook.
Right.
Like 2-3 years. You know, so
And that's the thing. It's like, so now it's like everybody got to sit back and try to find that niche and what works for you. Like, because you're not going to be able to manage 10 different sites. You know what I'm saying? You got to find one that works for whatever you're trying to do, and you got to try to.
yeah, it just
You got to put that
do
time
it,
in.
man. I mean,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just whatever you into, I guess. You know.
So what else, man? You guys have some other crazy topics going on. What about the chick in Seattle, man? 23-year-old.
$2 behind on rent.
evicted
They
for
trying to
$2.
evict it.
Evicted for $2. How do you even bring that up? Like,
Where are people at?
it ain't even about her
People. I
people.
can
Like,
find out. On the
$2. Somebody
street.
could have gave her $2.
Bro, it's $2
my thing is
worth
this.
of
She
coins
know.
in my
This is my
ashtray.
thing, because I mean, think about these places, bro. They'll
Yeah,
find any. They'll find
Oh,
any
she
way to
know.
put you
She
out.
knew. She thought it was gonna be. Y'all ain't gonna kick me out for $2. I can already imagine what she said. She know
exactly.
You already know she. You don't think she knew about the $2?
$2, bro.
They put the
She
little
probably
pink
just
thing
on there
the
like,
door, you seen it. the
Y'all
pink
about to
little
trip
tab.
about this? Y'all
Yeah,
crazy.
she like they ain't gonna kick me out.
Well, she definitely made the news. That's what she
I'm
was.
saying that's just ridiculous for you, and for that to make the news is ridiculous too. But
It is.
You know.
What is going on?
But I have known some people that paid $2 a drink. You know what I'm saying? But
Please let me
You know,
get just.
was that left over or was that the amount?
Just
they usually have some type of drug issues or something, though. You know what I mean? Like,
He paid $2 a month.
yeah,
for
that's
rent.
what I said. I'm
No,
paying
no.
$25 to get the whole year knocked out
The
the way.
whole
man.
year,
I ain't even
I'm gonna
tripping.
buy the whole decade out.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, that's easy.
$2.
Hey, but you know, there's people. That's how it's going right now. There's a lot of people that's paying $2,
Yeah.
$10, and $100. And
Yeah, for
So
sure.
if they really needed to shut down, like shook them up too. Then
I don't know if it's shaking, but I mean, you know, it's a comfort thing. Everybody get comfortable.
No, it's just dependency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, I think she only had us. You know, I'm not against assistance or nothing like
Right.
that, but I definitely think you should only be able to have that for a limited amount of time because it does put a burden on people when they get dependent on it. And then I think, to me, like, it's a way to stop your blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because you could come up with the next best idea, but if I'm feeding you and I'm housing you,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna try to come up with nothing because
Right. 'Cause you
I'm
content.
feeding you and you
Right.
good. You know what I'm saying?
It's automatic for you. You know you got food.
I think
you know
that's
you got
a
roof over your
burden
head.
on our community in a way because and I'm actually thinking about doing something like as far as a book or something like that.
Right.
Just to, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is important. Same thing. Like got to get these banks. Like I know people that still don't have bank accounts.
Right.
Like what the hell is wrong with you?
Still
You know
in
what I'm
those
saying?
shoebox.
Like
You
yeah,
need
it's
a bank
just
account
crazy.
now.
you know.
They
I mean, and we're not talking about no people that's doing nothing illegal either. You know what I'm saying? We're talking
Right.
about people who
Go
have
to work.
jobs
Go
and
work
shit.
every
Like,
week. They can go there, cash
where
their
your checks at? Where your debit card? Like.
Well, one thing I can't agree with is the banks will send you like miscellaneous fees
They
for
will.
no reason.
It's always
Like,
gonna be some
straight
shit,
up.
but you gotta be on them.
America.
Yeah, I mean they got crazy stuff. I mean, like me and Frankie were just talking about that last time. Like we get a random charge from Amazon or Apple, and I'm like, bro, I didn't buy this.
Yeah, and you got scammers
Yeah,
and
I
all
didn't-
this
I didn't
shit.
do
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so it can be difficult. I can see, taking your money out of a bank to make sure you got all eyes on
No,
it.
I mean, at the end of the day, I just think we need to just bank better. At the end of the day, if you can, I mean, at the end of the day, what
Just
is
gotta pay
the
attention
bank
to
ain't
that
really doing nothing but holding your money. You ain't gaining nothing by having it in
Right.
there. So
I mean, you can put $10,000 in the bank for one of them. What is it called? CD or something like that.
CDs or
I
You know,
bet
you
if
ain't
it
gonna
was-
get shit like $500.
if that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why you
Interest
gotta come out with that
off
book. You
interest.
start teaching people what to do. And
Yeah.
people out.
So a good thing somebody told me was like, put, and it ain't even been that long since I done started doing this, but you put 10% of your money up.
Right.
Nigga. Anything that you make. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of the golden rules for the wealthy people. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Like, so, all right. If you made $150 a day, put 15 up, put it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because there's always gonna be a rainy day.
No, you gotta have the rainy day out the way, and then you gotta have then you gotta have like 6 months worth of living if something happened. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because
those are the golden rules.
Yeah, that's the perfect time. Like, shit, I might not get no check.
That's anybody who got some money. This is what they told me. You know what I mean? 6 months. You gotta have 6 months stacked up and your rainy day shit. Anything happen, you know what I'm saying? Somebody run over your damn foot. You gotta, you know what I mean?
I mean, man, that's the thing, man. Because all these things are really like, at the end of the day, all these like insurances. Like, what happens if you never get in a car accident?
That's free money. That's funny. I was just talking about that today.
What happens if you never get hurt?
That's free money.
The insurance is a scam, man. You know they
that. I think insurance companies should give you your motherfucking money. If you don't do nothing in 5 years, give me my money back.
6 months. I should
So
start
not even
getting
6
some type
months
of
for the
feedback.
month. If you like, say it should be rotating every other month.
Yeah, give me my paper
give me
back.
my money back. I invest in
Somebody
it. Give
wrote
me
that
it back.
insurance and
At least half of it
That's
back.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you got people who ain't never. They just pay every month and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You've been driving for 50 years. Ain't never got an accident.
That one accident you get in, you still gotta pay that deductible.
Yep, exactly.
If you put in
too.
4,000, you still gotta pay that 500.
So you got to think about how many millions of people they getting $20 from every month, or you know, that's just rental insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't talking about auto like $200, $150, especially the younger ones. You know what I'm saying? They be paying ridiculous amounts of money for insurance. You know, so shit, you got 20 million people on your insurance and they paying $200 a month. You getting paper.